this video, we're going to learn about potential verbs in Japanese. With potential verbs, we can say things like, I can sing in Japanese. Let's start by learning how to make potential forms. The conjugation rules are different depending on the verb group. So first, we'll look at verbs, also known as Godan verbs. Verbs always end with the sound, so to make the potential form, we change the sound to the sound and then add ru. For example, the dictionary form of to buy is kau. To make the potential form, we change the sound to the sound, so we move down one row and change to e. And then we add ru. So the potential form of kau is kaeru, which means can buy. To write in the dictionary form is kaku. We change ku to ke and then add ru. So kaku becomes kakeru, which means can write. To speak in the dictionary form is hanasu. We change su to se and then add ru. So hanasu becomes hanaseru, which means can speak. Next, let's look at ru verbs, also known as Ichidan verbs. Ru verbs always end with ru. To make the potential form, we simply replace the ru with rareru. For example, to make the potential form of taberu, to eat, we replace the final ru with rareru. So can eat is taberareru. To watch is miru, and can watch is mirareru, mirareru. To wake up is okiru, and can wake up is okirareru, okirareru. Now, I'd like to mention that these days, many people drop the ra in everyday conversation and say tabereru, mireru, okireru instead. Technically, it's considered grammatically incorrect, but it's widely used in spoken Japanese. However, you will still hear the full version like taberareru in formal settings like TV news or newspapers. The last group is irregular verbs. To do is suru, and the potential form can do is dekiru. To come is kuru, and the potential form can come is korareru. But just like with ru verbs, we often drop the ra in everyday conversation and say koreru instead. Now, the potential form of a verb is often treated like a potential verb, and it can be further conjugated, just like a regular ru verb. For example, the potential form of hanasu, to speak, is hanaseru, which means I can speak in casual speech. The must form is hanasemasu. Cannot speak is hanasenai in casual, hanasemasen in formal. Could speak is hanaseta in casual, hanasemashita in formal. Could not speak is hanasenakatta in casual, hanasemasen deshita in formal speech. Now let's go over a few key points and practice with some examples. Key point 1. We often use the noun ga dekiru pattern with the potential form of suru, dekiru. This means I can do that noun. For example, Shiro can dance or Shiro can do dancing would be Shiro wa dansu ga dekiru. シロはダンスができる。You might wonder why we use that ga particle here instead of o. It's because o marks the object of a regular verb like ダンスをする, but ga marks the object of a potential verb like ダンスができる. So with that できる expression, we always follow the noun ができる pattern. Another example of the できる expression is シロは日本語ができる。シロは日本語ができる。This means Shiro can do Japanese language. Also, we can use the potential form of a specific verb and say something like Shiro can speak Japanese. That would be シロは日本語が話せる。Now here's key point 2. These days, the o particle is becoming more accepted with potential verbs, except できる. So with 話せる, you can either say 日本語を話せる or 日本語が話せる, and both are fine. However, please remember that with できる, we always follow the ができる pattern. How about Shiro can sing in Japanese? That would be シロは日本語で歌える。シロは日本語で歌える。Just to emphasize again, only the o particle can be replaced with が when using potential verbs, so other particles like で stay the same. Let's try this example. Can you say, we can watch videos on smartphones? That would be スマホで動画が見られる or スマホで動画が見れる for everyday conversation. How about we can buy a ticket at a convenience store in formal speech? コンビニでチケットが買えます。コンビニでチケットが買えます。